Hello y'all, and welcome back to my channel for your stimulus package, stimulus check updates. We have some pretty good news to go over. I got a few things to read and go over with you all. First of all, there's still a few things I need to address that some people is wondering and asking, and a lot of them is not, asking me through the comments, but they're asking me through Facebook and Messenger and so on. So the question is, they're wondering if they're still going to get a check, if they're SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Rural Retirement, all those programs. Yes, you will get a check. I mean, right now they've not passed no bill whatsoever. I mean, they're working on it and they're very close. The negotiation is getting better. So, if you get SSI, Social Security, SSDI, and all those programs, like I said, if you got it the last time, you'll get it this time in the same manner. Like if you got Direct Express card, you'll get it that way. If you get it through check through mail, you get it that way. So, but the thing of it is, when they pass it and they start sending these checks out for the people that's got direct deposit, like the people doing SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Rural Retirement, you'll be the very first ones to receive your $1,200 stimulus check, and that's a good thing. Now, a few things I want to go over here. The way I do this, I just want to explain something real quick. The way I do this, a lot of YouTubers just, they go back and forth with just this and that and some good news, then they'll go to something else. But I like to read the whole thing of what they have said and what's being said, instead of just jumping from one thing to another. And like I said, I'm not no professional at this by no means. I just do the best I can and what I think is the best. But what I can tell you all, there is going to be a stimulus check in September. I just about guarantee you that. Now, I don't know, I'll know more at you in just a second. But there is going to be a stimulus check in September. They are that, and I'm so glad. There's so many Americans out there that's losing their jobs. The benefits, there's no more unemployment. Unemployment's out right now, and for the people that's working and had all these bills, their house payments, mortgages, rent, car payments, insurances, just food, electric, water, just all those bills. They can't pay them. But I'll get to that in just a bit. But first of all, let's go over something. Let's go over what Nancy Pelosi and Mark Meadows has been talking about, and Donald Trump. So this is from this morning. I'm recording this now at 12:49. I'm sorry I didn't get to do it earlier. I got caught up in some stuff today, but I'm telling you now. I always tell you every day, regardless. I don't care if it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll make this video and tell you guys the update. And one more thing, guys, please. It would help me so much. Please hit that subscribe button and give me a big thumbs up, please. That thumbs up will help me more than anything, please. I need that tremendously. It would help so much. And share the videos, because if you give me the thumbs up, that gives YouTube will share my videos and put them out there. It would help me so much, and I really appreciate you guys. So let's get into this. Okay, talks between Nancy Pelosi and Trump advisor Mark Meadows failed to bear fruit, and no further is expected unless Republicans meet Democrats in the middle. Nothing unusual. Now, Republicans and Democrats remain deadlocked over the details of a fifth stimulus package to bluster the U.S. economy amid the ongoing COVID-19 crisis and provide crucial support to American families who are struggling to make ends meet during one of the worst periods of unemployment in the U.S. history. There seems to be little scope of a quick resolution to the issue, with Democrats standing firm in their demands for the financial content of a new deal, while the administration of President Donald Trump proposes increasingly watered-down versions to try and trim the overall cost to the federal coffers. Now, a telephone call on coronavirus economic relief between House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and advisor to Trump ended on Thursday with no breakthrough, and Pelosi said talks would not resume until the Trump administration agreed on $2.2 trillion in aid, describing the standoff as a tragic impasse. Pelosi and White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows spoke by phone for about 25 minutes, the first change in weeks to resume stalled COVID-19 aid negotiations, but the two sides soon appear to be as far apart as ever. Now, Nancy Pelosi said, a short time ago, I spoke with White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. It is clear that the administration continues to discard the needs of American people as the coronavirus devastates lives and livelihoods. And that's what she said. But she seems that she does not care about the American people whatsoever. Like I said, she said, if we have to wait till September, the people will be starved to death. They would die. That was her words. Oh, what some leaders we have, y'all. This conversation made clear that the White House continues to discard the needs of the American people as the coronavirus crisis devastates lives and livelihoods. Pelosi said in a statement following her conversation with Meadows, "We're willing to come down, meet them in the middle. That would be $2.2 trillion. And then they're ready to do that. We'll be ready to discuss and negotiate the particulars," the top Democrat in Congress told reporters. "But we can't go any less because we have met the needs of the American people. We would not shortchange them. We would not nickel and dime them." Okay. Meadows and Pelosi are two of the four negotiators who were involved in talks and legislation to help Americans and businesses suffering from a coronavirus pandemic that has now killed nearly 180,000 people in the U.S. The others are Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin and Senate Democrat leader Chuck Schumer. Democrats asked White House to meet in the middle, but the talks broke down on August 7th with the sides apart on major issues, including the size of the unemployment benefits for tens of millions of people made jobless by the pandemic, aid for state and local governments, and funding for schools and food support programs. The Democratic-controlled House in May passed a $3.4 trillion coronavirus relief bill, but Pelosi offered to reduce that sum by $1 trillion. The White House, which had proposed $1 trillion in aid, rejected the offer. Democrats have since demanded repeatedly that the White House agree to meet in the middle. The Pelosi-Meadows phone call came hours before Trump was due to accept his party's nomination Thursday evening. Some Democrats have said that they did expect the White House to resume negotiations in earnest until after this week's Republican National Convention. On Wednesday, Meadows said in an interview with Pelosi that he was not optimistic negotiations would resume soon. Look over me, guys. My throat has got a tickle in it. And some words I can't get out right, so excuse me for that. I don't know, you all. It's a shame, you know, that our leaders would let the American people suffer like this. It's a shame. And I don't think it's right for one person to hold something up like this when the American people needs help now, not weeks later, not months, not tomorrow. Now. We need it now. Not tomorrow, now. I get so frustrated. And I've never been into politics in my life. But I have learned a lot here lately. A lot. And this is bullcrap. I always knew our leaders in the White House and Congress was nothing but crooks and for themselves. And all they care about is that power, the money, holding that job, and that's it. And of course their lifestyle. Drinking their martinis, eating their shrimp on their yachts, mansions all over the world. It's a shame. That's all they care about. You know, just like right now. I want to tell you just like it is, and this is the truth. When one don't get what they want, the other side, like Pelosi, she ain't getting what she wants until the other side gives. So I feel like, and this is the truth, guys, they're getting, some of the parties that's trying to pay them off big money, giving them big money not to do what the other side wants or needs to be done. Or and opposite the same way. You know, they're getting paid something how many hundreds of thousands just to hold something up. And a lot of people don't understand that, but that's the truth. I know a little bit about this. So, you know, it's a shame. It's a shame that, just like I said, you got Canada already has probably done 6 checks but now, stimulus checks. 2,000 a month, reoccurring until the pandemic lifts, until they lift it. Now what do you think about that? And we're supposed to, America's supposed to be the best country in the world. Apparently we're not. Apparently the American people don't care. Apparently we don't matter to nobody. Apparently we don't matter to, the leaders don't care about us. So what's that tell you? I'm going to say it again. They've all got to be voted out of office. Just like Mitch McConnell. Yeah, don't let me forget this. Mitch McConnell, now he is pushing, he is saying now that the people, we've got to get this $1,200 stimulus payments out to the people and the unemployment. Now he, just a week or so ago, went back. He didn't care. He went home, went back to his hometown here in Kentucky. He didn't care. He even told the rest of his staff, go home, don't worry about it. They don't care about us. They don't care if we live or die, starve to death. They don't care about our families. But now he's for it. Now he's pushing for it. You know why? He's worried about his job. He's worried about his job. But I'm afraid it's too late for that. Too late. But, you know, I get speechless sometimes. I don't know really what to say. That it's so sad, you know. But anyways, we got, okay, now Pelosi said that she told Meadows the Democrats would be willing to meet halfway at a $2.2 trillion, a slight reduction from her last proposal before talks collapsed earlier this month. The White House, which has struck with its initial $1 trillion offer, had no immediate response. We have said again and again that we're willing to meet them in the middle, $2.2 trillion. When they're willing to do that, we'll be willing to discuss the particulars, Pelosi told reporters at the Capitol. Just like their 25-minute afternoon phone call was the first attempt to kickstart negotiations since talks fell apart. The stimulant comes as jobless claims hit 1 million Thursday, and households are struggling with the mountain virus toll now above 180 deaths, higher than any other country. House Democrats' opening bid was the $3 trillion plus Heroes Act, a sweeping aid package approved in May. It proposed money for cash-strapped states, housing, and jobless assistance to help schools reopen and to conduct more widespread virus testing. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who hit pause on that package of new spending, eventually came up with a $1 trillion counter-offer a few weeks ago, but he acknowledged Thursday that talks are in a stallment. McConnell said he remained hopeful for a deal. We need another one. The country needs another one, he said during a visit to a hospital in Pikeville, Kentucky. Congress is on recess until September, and it appears unlikely lawmakers will be recalled to Washington unless there is a deal ready for voting. Talks are nowhere near resolution, and in fact, broadening include Postal Service funds before the November election. Also, a need for new disaster aid is expected with the Gulf State hurricanes and California wildfires. Any relief package could become rolled into talk over a must-pass package to keep the government funded after September 30th budget year deadline. McConnell floated a skinny proposal last week, trying to move talks toward a more narrow band of priorities that most Democrats and Republicans agree on, including help from small businesses and some type of a jobless benefits boost to replace the $600 weekly boost that expired in July. There is also widespread support for at least $105 billion for education to help schools prepare for fall classes, and McConnell also suggested $10 billion for Postal Service, which is less than the $25 billion mail rescue. Pelosi and Democrats approved Saturday during widespread postal disruptions. One key sticking point involves sending federal dollars to cash-strapped states and local governments. Democrats initially sought $1 trillion to help cities and states weather the coronavirus crisis, but Trump, McConnell, and other Republicans refused to provide what they call bailouts for states. Pelosi says she's willing to continue negotiation, but only if Trump and Republicans meet her halfway. She and her earlier saved $1 trillion off the Heroes Act to $2.4 trillion in the first round of talks. We're not going to budge, the California Democrats said. We can't go any less because we have to meet in the needs of the American people, she said. Oh, she said. When they are willing to do that, and they'll let us know. Meadows, a former congressman who headed the conservative freedom chaos, and Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin had been briefing Republican senators almost daily. But those say there also have been little new information about any New Deal. Yet McConnell faces his own difficulties because many, if not most, senators appear satisfied for now that there remains enough existing aid available and new money is not needed. The split in his ranks gives Pelosi an upper hand in talks because she has been able to bring most of her Democrats on board with her proposals. What do you think, you all? I know it's disheartening. I know families are struggling. I know families is homeless. I know they're losing their homes. They're losing their cars. They can't put food on the table. They can't buy their children what they need for school and so on. And I go back to say, you've got the people that's holding this up, filthy, 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 rich. Got everything they need. Mansions all over the world. Cars. Helicopters. Private jets. What's the American people got? Nothing. Going on the streets every day. Going to food banks to get food. Pitiful. But the main goal here is, guys, listen, there is going to be one. They're close to coming to a deal. They'll be voting next week. In tomorrow's video, I'll let you know what date and stuff like that. But there is going to be a stimulus package, and you all are going to get a stimulus check. And I think, if I'm badly mistaken, the child support won't be taken out of it. I think all dependents will be getting $1,200, not $500, but $1,200. If you think I've said something wrong, please leave it in the comments below, because I'm just some of the information I got, and maybe if I said it wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it is. I'm here just to try to tell you all the truth and just to help the best I can. Like I said, I'm not no professional. I just want to do this and try to do it right and just give a little information the best way I can. And this information comes straight from their websites and their interviews. So, I'm not making nothing up. I'm just telling you the facts of it. So, but one more thing is that you all, look what they've done to us. Look what they've done to you, the American people. So remember that. Remember November. Go vote. Go vote. You know what to do. I don't have to tell you. One more thing, guys. My heart goes out to these victims that's in these hurricanes. People that's lost their land, got their land damaged, lost their homes. The one that's lost their lives during these hurricanes. My heart goes out to you all and your families. I just want to tell you that. And I hope and I pray every day. You're in my prayers every day. And I hope that everything gets better. God will look over us. God would not fail us, you all. He looks over us every day. He keeps us going. Remember that. I know we'll go through hard times, hardships. But God, the good man above, will take care of us. I always remember that. And guys, one more thing. If you just do a favor to me, if you would, please subscribe to my channel. And most important, give me that thumbs up. It really helps YouTube push these videos out, and so other people, it might help other people understand some things. And I really appreciate you all. So I'll update you more tomorrow on what's going on and on some dates. And as again, I'll leave the number. Oh yeah, one more thing. I'm going to leave the number in the description below to the switchboard to Congress, and when you call, they can direct you to any office, to Nancy Pelosi's office, any office. You call and you don't be nice. You have some hard talks, and if they don't, I know, I'm pretty sure they won't answer, but you can leave a message, I'm pretty sure. If you can, do that. Don't be nice about it. Tell them you want your stimulus check. You want your money, and you want it now. But guys, until next time, I love you all. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and share the videos. And like I said, tomorrow I'll make another video. If there's anything, guys, that you need, leave it in the comments below. And I'll read them, and I'll get back to you. But until next time, peace out.